In the heart of Los Angeles, Staples Center, the Hornets taking on the Lakers. For the Charlotte Hornets, they've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it together and get things back on track with a win. Lakers, Hornets, up next, right after this. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. A look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And you know, for the Lakers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Bridges out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point guard position. Now, here's Biyombo, 6 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. And actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Davis finds Bradley. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
On the wing, Davis. 26 points for him last game against Houston. And James gets it to go.
James is really a clever player. I mean, he uses trickery as much as he does brute force, proving to be one step ahead of them there.
Here's Green. Biyombo with the block. Here's the break. Here's Washington, hoping to put that miserable performance against Miami behind him tonight. Bridges passes to Graham. 5 on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Washington, that's good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Passes it to Davis. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And now a look at LeBron James here. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's putting up 29 points a game, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And the basket by Rozier.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
That's good from McGee.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice. Are you kidding me?
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Pass to Rozier. Kicks it to Bridges. The pass to Graham. And Charlotte turns it over again. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Hornets trail by 5. Rozier looking around. Poke loose. Here's Bacon. Guarded by Green. Rozier for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Rozier's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Hornets. LeBron outside. And finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Bacon the pass to Biyombo. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
James, the bounce pass. That's good from Davis on the assist by James.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Here's Davis. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. Rondo finds Howard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
No good on that one.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
And he sinks the second. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Rozier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Lakers leading by 3. Pass to LeBron. Shoots over Bridges. The shot's good from LeBron. LeBron's got 13 points.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And here is Rozier. He's got 12. Good if it goes. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Batum is out there with Rozier, and it's Bacon in at the 3 slot. Now here's Howard. Outside Rondo. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Washington. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
That's an excellent starting list. From past the arc, and there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by James. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead. And Batum kicks to Rozier. Zeller passes to Rozier. And stolen by Howard. That's tipped. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Washington. Outside Batum. Clock at 6. The pass to Washington. Back to Batum. Looking to end the run. But they recover it. Rozier, the pass to Batum. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Far from just a perimeter shooter, I like seeing Batum go to work in the painted area.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. That's tipped. Howard dishes to Caldwell Pope. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Lets it fly from 18. Again, Los Angeles.
Used to having a hand in his face, Caldwell Pope likes the challenge of making hard shots.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laker girls.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Charlotte. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push.
And you know, for the Hornets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
I love the awareness from Rondo. Just an excellent passer who's actively looking for his teammates.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Biyombo, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Gray, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Zeller finds Batum. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Batum's got his second basket of the night.
Nice job at keeping his balance despite getting hit. Batum, solid at staying in control of his shot.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. To the middle. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Bacon.
And, you know, Batum is really good at sharing the ball. An unselfish guy who does a lot of winning things.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Here's LeBron. The step back jumper is good. James has got 22 points.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Here's Graham, and it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Kuzma, that's good. And it's an 11-point Laker lead.
Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
And Batum kicks to Graham. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. The Hornets also with a sub. Bridges, he's checked in for Bacon. Bounce pass, Davis. James, the pass to Davis. To the inside. Yes, that goes in. 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Markieff Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Rajon Rondo. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Zeller, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis. The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
First free throw is good. And so Zeller nails both of them. Lakers leading by 8. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. And another 3 for the Lakers.
a reliable stretch four. In this day and age, Kuzma is very valuable because of his three-point shooting.
And so we wrap up the first half. Lakers lead by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points and 2 assists. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
Yeah, coach has done a good job of scheming LeBron free, getting him into that rhythm, getting him into that zone where he's almost impossible to stop.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
It's stolen by Green. Right side, Bradley. Here's LeBron. Drilled from 11 feet out. LeBron's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Los Angeles. Here's Graham. He's guarded by Davis. Graham with the bucket.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Knocks it loose. Graham kicks to Rozier from downtown, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Pass to Bridges. Rozier the pass to Biyombo. 6 to shoot. Here's Bridges, and there's another one for the Hornets.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Davis, the pass to Bradley. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Passes it to Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Graham's got 8.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Now Bradley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Bridges.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
And so the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Over the last decade or so, the Hornets haven't had a lot of success, Clark, in the draft.
Well, you take a look at it, guys, and they've traded away a multitude of picks, and picks that have turned into guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tobias Harris, 2 outstanding young players. They've missed on the picks they've kept. I think they've got to do a better job of building from within.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's denied. And they get it back. Floats it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Rozier kicks to Biyombo. Rozier against Bradley. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
The Hornets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Danny Green. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Zeller's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That's good from Rozier. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these 2 were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
And taking a look at some stats here for Rozier. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 6th in 3-point field goal percentage and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Rozier with the ball. He's got 21 from the baseline. Graham with the bucket. Now just a 4-point Laker lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Just a sloppy quarter of basketball. Turnovers now becoming an issue.
Like missing breakfast, bruh. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
So it's the Lakers again turning it over. Caruso, the pass to Morris. Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Here's Rozier from outside the arc. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a crucial 3 there. They've cut it close. going into the fourth. This is far from over.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Lakers ahead, they're up by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2. Davis finds Kuzma. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Rozier the pass to Bridges. And he gets the bucket. Bridges has got 9 points here in the second half.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 1.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Here's Graham, and Davis sends it back. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
And he makes the first. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Caldwell Pope. Both good from the line that time. The Lakers trail. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Alex Caruso. Goes up off the inbound. Again, the Lakers.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Pass to Bridges. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lakers passing it around. Rondo passes to Davis. And McGee kicks to LeBron. Loads it up for Davis.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 3. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Biombo's checked in. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And that one drops. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Down low, Graham makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Back to James. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Boy, LeBron's taken a lot of punishment over the years. For him, it's just part of the game.
And the first one drops.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
Both free throws good from James. And so it's Charlotte with it. It's a 5-point game. They double him with Green. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here is Los Angeles now. Lakers leading by 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Bullseye!
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by McGee. Bradley's got 4 this quarter.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Rozier kicks to Green. No problems knocking that one down.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Left side, Davis. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Bradley from 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
To the wing on the left. Here's Graham. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. Graham's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Boy, I tell you what, guys, one way or the other, some fantastic drama unfolding here.
In the corner is Bridges. Frames the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. That's on LeBron James.
One shot.
And that one falls for Bridges.
And they needed that free throw to fall, and he knew it. Huge shot to make it a one-possession game.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the Hornets call time here. They're down by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. He said to them, "That's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home." Kevin, back to you.
It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Green. It's in!
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And the Hornets call time here. They're behind by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Graham, guarded by Green. It counts! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Over to the wing. Baseline J on the way. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Avery Bradley. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
And there's the pass to Bridges. From deep 3-point range, no good. And so the Lakers take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, you know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helped the team a lot. My job really is to come in, bring defense, and a lot of energy.
Well, mission accomplished for you tonight, Danny. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.